Hi, toucans. Happy Wednesday. Are you ready? Let's get started, okay? Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. Are you singing? I hope so. At least, you know what? If you're not going to sing, do your arms, okay? Let's go loud. So that means big arms. Ready? Okay, here we go. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. Did you do it? Okay, let's do softer, little arms. Help me. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. Rise and shine and welcome to school today. We're so glad you're here. So, did you sing? That's okay if you did, and if you didn't. Did you do your arms? Oh, I hope so. All right, what time is it? Calendar time. I'm going to get it. Here we go. Let's make sure you guys can see. So we are still in the month of May. Can we say that together? May. Great. Now your job is to help me count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So today is Wednesday, May 13th. Great job. Now, what do we have to check next? We have 2 things to check. What's one of them? Did you say weather? Oh, good. Okay. I'm looking out my window. You look out your window. What do you see? I see a sky that's a little bit blue and a little bit white. So it's partly cloudy. Do you think it's going to be sunny today? I do. And then now I'm checking for wind. My tree branches are not moving. So if my tree branches are still and not moving, is there any wind? No wind. So today I have a few clouds. So I think it might be a sunny day today. No wind. Okay, we have one more thing to check. What is it? Are we going to check for lions? No lions at my house. What about alligators? Do you have any alligators at your house? I don't either. Not real ones. You might have a stuffed animal or a toy. I think it's time to check to see, are our caterpillars still in their cocoons? Are they still resting while they change? What are they changing into? Do you remember? They're going to come out of the cocoons as butterflies. Yes. Let's go check together, okay? All right. Oh, look, the cocoons are still hanging. And they're not really doing anything. Well, that's actually not true. What we see, it looks like nothing's happening. But inside something is happening. And I don't know if you remember or not, but it should take 2 weeks while they're in their cocoons to do their work of changing. That's a long time. It hasn't been 2 weeks yet. All right, I thought today we would go through our nursery rhymes again, okay? Let's do hickory dickory dock. Make sure your finger can be the little mouse, okay? Here we go. Would you say it with me, please? Oh, good. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse went down, hickory dickory dock. Did you do it? Oh, good. All right, let's do Humpty Dumpty. I don't really have a way to act it out, so let's just say it together, okay? Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. So you know how we're getting different things out of the tree each time we meet that are different colors? Like last time we got blueberries? It's purple today, so we're going to get a plum out of the plum tree. Help me, okay? Way up high in the plum tree, I see a plum looking at me. So I shake that tree as hard as I can. Down comes the plum. Pick it up. Take a bite, but be careful. Remember, there's a seed, a pit inside. Don't get the seed, okay? Take a bite. Ooh, wipe your mouth. They're juicy. It's good. Did you do it? Oh, good. Hey, try this right now. Can you gently touch your head? Pat, 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 pat. Okay. Take your other hand. Can you rub your tummy? Rub, 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 rub. Try to do them together. Pat, 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 pat. Rub, 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 rub. Are you doing it? Something fun to try. Okay, we have 2 more nursery rhymes. Let's do Jack and Jill. Okay? Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Good job. What's the last one we can do? She's eating oatmeal. Do you remember? Little Miss Muffet. Here we go. Well, they call it curds and whey. We would call it oatmeal. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider who sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Nicely done. So I said a few lessons ago, remember I was reading a book and my book broke, that there's more stories in that book? Well, you can see how my book broke. Here's the spine that goes along the outside, and this is the back. The top of my book is what broke off. But we're going to read this time about, let's see, do it like this. The bunny of Bluebell Hill. Is that still? I think you guys can see. And I wish you could touch it because you can actually see the butterfly. Okay. The bunny of Bluebell Hill. Look at Bunny's house. So do you see the tree growing? And here, what's the part of the tree that grows underground in the dirt? The roots. Look, around the roots, she's made burrows. Here's her front door. You open it and you go inside. At the top of Bluebell Hill, there was an old oak tree. And underneath that oak tree, there was a burrow. And in that burrow lived a bunny. It was a very nice burrow with 4 little rooms and bluebells growing by the front door. But Bunny didn't like it. Do you see here, this plant? What color flowers does it have? Can you see here? They're blue. They look like little bells. That's why they're called bluebells. And let's see, the room, it said there were 4 rooms. Do you agree? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see what happens next. I am bored with this burrow, said Bunny to herself. I am tired of walking up and down this hill. I am fed up with being hit on the head by acorns. And I'm very, very bored with bluebells. I want an exciting new home. So without further ado, she set off to find one. Oh, look, she's locking her front door with her key. Bunny's friend Squirrel took her to see his high-rise treehouse. But Bunny didn't have a head for heights, and her big paws just weren't meant for jumping from branch to branch. I'm sorry, Squirrel, said Bunny. I think I need something a little closer to the ground. Oh, do you know what that kind of animal that is that Bunny's talking to? It's a badger. What color front door does he have? Blue. The next animal Bunny visited was Badger. He lived in a mossy bank in the heart of the old forest. It was dark and still among the trees, and there weren't many passers-by, which was just the way Badger liked it. But it's too quiet for me, said Bunny. Let's turn the page. Ooh, what kind of animal is this? It's an otter. If you like company, why not try living by the river, suggested Otter. There's always lots going on down here. But Bunny only had to take one look at Otter's houseboat to know that it wouldn't suit her. It's much too wet here for me, she wailed. Then what about the meadow where Field Mouse lives, suggested Otter. You see the dragonflies? There's 1, 2, and do you know what kind of plants these are? They're called cattails, and they always grow near water. Okay, let's see. Now we're going to see Field Mouse, remember? Oh, wow, this looks very different, doesn't it? Field Mouse seemed happy living in the meadow, but no matter how hard she tried, Bunny just could not get comfortable there. For a start, there was no shade anywhere, and when the sun beat down, it was very hot. And the pollen from the poppies, that's the red flowers you see, and the pollen from the poppies was extremely sneezy, and the wheat stalks were scratchy. So that was no good either. Has she found a better house yet? Not yet. What kind of animal is this? An owl. What about Owl's house? Suggested Field Mouse. Owl lived in the loft of the old barn, that means the highest part. It was certainly dry and very clean, but there was something wrong with that too. It's just too drafty, said Bunny. Would she ever find a new home? Oh, what kind of animal is that sleeping? Bear. Remember, bears hibernate. They sleep all winter. Let's see what happens. In the shadow of the mountain, the little rabbit found an empty cave. It was slightly gloomy, but at least there was lots of space. She thought it might be just the place until she heard a rumbly sound, a low, grumbly, growly sort of sound. Then she realized it was Bear's house. And Bear snores too much, said Bunny. I couldn't possibly live near him. Where is she off to now? I wonder what's making her run away. Let's find out. Oh, what kind of animal is that by the tree? A fox. Bunny was about to give up looking when she came across a smart blue door amongst the twisted roots of a chestnut tree. This would be perfect, said Bunny to herself, but something seemed wrong. The place had a funny smell, a frightful, foxy sort of smell. Suddenly, Bunny felt very afraid and she ran away as fast as she could. Why do you think that could be? Maybe she was worried Fox might eat her, but he didn't. Bunny ran and ran past the barn and the field, the river and the forest, all the way back to Bluebell Hill. She ran up the hill, past the bluebells and the oak tree, and straight in through her front door. Bunny looked around her little burrow. It's not too hot or too wet. It's not too quiet or too noisy. In fact, it's the perfect place for me, said Bunny happily, and so it was. Look, what is she laying in? Her bed. Does your bed look like that? Probably not. You might have different covers and different sheets. The end. See, here's the last page. It's just the end of the book. What did we think? Good book or great book? Good. I'm glad you guys liked it. Well, that was our class today. I wonder what we'll do on Friday together. We know we'll do the calendar, do the weather, and we'll definitely check to see what's happening with the caterpillars that are in their cocoons. But we should sing now. You ready? Okay, let's go. Skinnamarink-a-dinky-doo, skinnamarink-a-doo, I love you. Skinnamarink-a-dinky-doo, skinnamarink-a-doo, I love you. I love you in the morning, I love you late at night, I love you in the evening when the moon is shining bright. Skinnamarink-a-dinky-doo, skinnamarink-a-doo, I love you. Miss Liz and I love you and miss you. Bye, toucans.